What really happened the moment Jungkook moved his body and left millions frozen in disbelief? Was it just a dance? Or a warning that something even bigger is coming? What if one short moment, one unexpected movement, one explosive burst of rhythm could change the emotional state of millions of people at the exact same second? What if a single dance could make fans gasp, rewind, question reality, and feel their hearts race all at once? This is not an exaggeration, not a fairy tale, and definitely not a rumor pulled from thin air. This is the moment Jungkook stepped forward and shocked the world. Before you continue, pause for a second and ask yourself, did you feel it too? Did that sudden rush of emotion hit you the moment you saw him move? If yes, don't stay silent. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if your heart skipped a beat. And subscribe because what you are about to read will take you deeper than any headline ever could. The room didn't explode. There were no fireworks, no dramatic announcement, no warning signs. And that was exactly why it felt so dangerous, so powerful, so unforgettable. Jungkook didn't enter the scene as someone asking for attention. He appeared like someone who already owned it. From the first second, there was a tension in the air, the kind you can't explain, but can feel crawling under your skin. Fans weren't ready, even though they thought they were. After years of watching him evolve, train, refine, and transform, many believed they had seen everything Jungkook could offer. That belief shattered instantly. The dance didn't scream for validation. It whispered confidence. Every movement felt intentional, controlled, yet wild enough to feel almost rebellious. His body didn't just follow the music, it challenged it. There was a sense that Jungkook wasn't dancing for applause. He was releasing something he had been holding back. And that realization alone was enough to make millions replay the video again and again. Searching for meaning in every step, every glance, every breath. Why did this dance feel different? Why did it leave such a deep emotional mark compared to countless performances before it? The answer isn't simple, and that's what makes it fascinating. Jungkook has always been known as a perfectionist, someone who trains relentlessly and respects discipline. But this time, something else surfaced. Something raw, something personal. The dance felt like a confession without words, a statement without explanation. Fans didn't just watch him move. They felt invited into his inner world. There was a moment blink, and you might miss it when Jungkook's expression shifted. It wasn't a smile meant for the camera, nor was it a dramatic stare designed to impress. It was honest, vulnerable, almost dangerous in its sincerity. That split second became the most replayed part of the entire performance. Fans across different countries, cultures, and languages reacted the same way. Silence, followed by shock, followed by obsession. Social timelines flooded not with questions of, is this good? But with what did he just awaken in us? This wasn't just choreography. It was storytelling through motion. Jungkook's body spoke of pressure, growth, restraint, and release. Every sharp movement felt like breaking free from an invisible chain, while every smooth transition suggested control over chaos. It was as if he was saying, I know exactly who I am now, without ever opening his mouth. That message hit especially hard for fans who had grown alongside him, who remembered the shy trainee and now stood face to face with an artist, fully aware of his power. The emotional impact didn't stop at admiration. It went deeper, touching something almost uncomfortable. Some fans admitted they felt overwhelmed. Others confessed they didn't know how to process what they had just seen. There were reactions filled with awe, disbelief, and even tears. Why would a dance cause such intense emotions? Because it didn't feel staged. It didn't feel safe. It felt real. In reality, when expressed honestly, can be far more shocking than perfection. Jungkook didn't rely on extravagant outfits or dramatic lighting to elevate the performance. The focus was entirely on his movement, his energy, his presence. That choice alone spoke volumes. It suggested confidence at a level where nothing else is needed. When an artist reaches that point, the line between performer and person begins to blur. And that's exactly where fans found themselves watching not just an idol, but a human being expressing something deeply personal through art. As the video spread, reactions multiplied at an uncontrollable speed. People who weren't even following his career closely suddenly stopped scrolling. The algorithm didn't push the video, it was pulled by curiosity. By shock, by an unspoken question echoing in everyone's mind. Did you see that? And once they did, there was no going back. One watch wasn't enough. Two weren't either. Each replay revealed new details, new emotions, new interpretations. Some fans noticed the precision of his footwork. Others focused on the fluidity of his upper body. Many couldn't stop talking about the way he used silence within the music, pausing just long enough to create tension before releasing it in an explosive move. That control over timing is not something that can be taught easily. It comes from experience, from understanding not just dance, but emotion itself. What made the moment even more powerful was the lack of explanation. Jungkook didn't rush to clarify what the dance meant. He didn't post a long message breaking down its concept. He let it exist on its own. That silence became part of the performance, allowing fans to project their own feelings, struggles, and interpretations onto it. In doing so, the dance became personal to millions of people at once. Was it a hint of something coming next? A signal of artistic direction? Or simply a moment of self-expression without hidden agendas? The mystery only fueled the obsession. Fans began analyzing patterns, comparing this performance to his past works, searching for clues in the evolution of his style. And while theories varied, one conclusion remained consistent. Jungkook had crossed a new line in his artistry. Emotionally, the impact was undeniable. People described feeling inspired, shaken, motivated, even exposed. Some said it reminded them of their own desire to break free from expectations. Others felt it reflected the pressure of growth and the courage required to embrace change. That level of connection doesn't come from technical skill alone. It comes from authenticity. The timing of the dance also added to its intensity. It arrived when fans least expected it, without build-up or countdown. In a world where everything is teased and marketed, this raw delivery felt almost rebellious. It reminded everyone that true art doesn't always need permission or explanation. Sometimes it just appears and changes everything. As hours turned into days, the conversation didn't fade. If anything, it deepened. The dance became a reference point, a moment people would look back on and say, that's when something shifted. Jungkook wasn't just performing anymore. He was redefining how people perceived him, not as a symbol, not as a product, but as an evolving artist, unafraid of emotional exposure. And perhaps that's the most shocking part of all. In an industry built on perfection, Jungkook chose honesty. In a space dominated by expectations, he chose expression. That decision resonated louder than any stage effect ever could. It reminded fans why they connected with him in the first place, not because he was flawless, but because he was real. So now the question turns back to you. What did you feel when you watched it? Excitement? Shock? Inspiration? Confusion? Or something you still can't put into words? Don't keep that reaction to yourself. Share it. Comment below with your honest thoughts. Hit like if this moment stayed with you longer than you expected. And subscribe so you don't miss what might come next, because if this dance is any indication, Jungkook is far from done surprising the world.